Please help me welcome presenting speech number 1 from the Evaluation and Feedback Project, entitled The Key to New World, Lars Olberg. Lars, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Dear fellow Toastmasters, what if I told you that you could open the door to a completely new world, a world of which you barely knew it existed, you had only a very vague idea. But now, as the door is wide open and you can step through it, you can enter the world and everything is vivid and colorful and more lively than you could have ever imagined. You could experience the new world more comprehensively, more fully and deeper. Wouldn't it be worth trying and opening the door? And what if I told you that you already possess the key to that world? That you have the key to the door and you merely have to use it? Today, I would like to encourage you to use that key to open the door and to step through it. The key that I'm talking about is learning a foreign language. Learning new languages is a key because it enables you to talk to other people. Well, this sounds quite obvious, but it means that all of a sudden you can talk and interact with people that do not speak your language. And just by learning a few words of a foreign language, you instantly have millions and millions, and in some cases even over 1 billion of potential new interlocutors with whom you could talk, to whom you could listen, and from whom you could learn what they have to say. Direct interactions gives a far better understanding than just reading an article. Language is also a key to other cultures. First of all, it's a sign of respect. If you learn someone else's language, you show respect in the sense that you do not expect the other person to know your language. You make the effort. And especially if it's a language that's not widely spoken, your effort is tremendously appreciated. A second reason why learning foreign languages is a key to other cultures, it is because knowing language or languages and it's also knowing how native speakers use that language, it enables you to understand how those people think. You learn how to interpret the verbal and non-verbal subtleties of a language. For example, the majority of you Toastmasters present in the room are US citizens. And you probably use words like excellent, outstanding, fantastic quite often. Germans are rather modest in that sense and down to earth. The equivalent for those words in German would be a mere gut, so good. And if you push it a bit, Berliners are known to be gruff and rude. So it is said that the best or the highest compliment that you could get in Berlin is, da kann man nicht meckern. You cannot complain about it. But if you know German, you have the key to interpret this as outstanding Berlin level. So the best part of this key to another world, learning languages, is fun and rewarding. It's amazing to see that you can always add new pieces to this puzzle called foreign language. The more you learn, the more you know about the language, the more you understand, there are more topics you can talk about, and you can listen and learn. The bigger the benefit. But do not get me wrong. I do not want to claim that learning foreign languages is always easy. Far from that. It can be hard, really hard, and you will make mistakes, no matter what and no matter how high your competency is. One example, and this one is for you, Tatiana. I've lived and studied for 1 year in St. Petersburg, Russia. I was immersed by the language 24/7, and I made good progress learning the language. At some point, I even started dreaming in Russian, and I felt more and more confident using the language. Over the Christmas break, I wanted to go back home. A few days before my flight, I told my fellow students, I wanted to tell them, of course, in Russian, that I will be away for 4 weeks at my girlfriend. Well, prepositions are always a bit tricky in Russian, so I gave it an extra thought. I was aware of the prepositions v and na. V means in. Na, I did not want to say or use this preposition in this context. So by exclusion, It had to be na. And I told my fellow students, fully convinced and proud of myself for mastering the dreaded Russian prepositions, "Я буду 4 недели на девушке." Silence. And finally, someone said, "Бедная девушка," poor girl. And all bursted out into laughing. Once they recuperated and were able to speak again, they told me that I should have used a different preposition, "u," of which I was not aware that it existed. And they told me what I've said. I will be 4 weeks on my girlfriend. Some might say this is an embarrassing proof that one should better not use a foreign language to avoid such situations and only speak in one's own language. No, definitely not. It was embarrassing. It was awkward, sure, but it was also fun. And the upside, from then on, I was aware of the existence of the preposition "u," and I never, ever made the same mistake again. Luckily, today there are countless apps that help you learn and motivate to learn foreign languages. Apps like Duolingo, Busuu, or websites like Preply, where you can find foreign language tutors. They all help you get access to the new world and find your key. To summarize, no matter if you're at the very beginning of your learning journey, if you already possess advanced language skills, or if you're a prospective language expert, you can always learn more. You can always improve and thereby get a better understanding of the brave new world that you have entered. So, how do you want to spend your vacation, your next vacation abroad, by merely relying on Google Translate, which is cumbersome to use, or do you want to be able to read street signs yourself? Do you want to speak to locals in their language? Do you want to heckle on the market? Do you want to let the taxi driver tell you the latest gossip? Or do you just want to sit in the back row, sit silently there and look out the window? The choice is yours. You hold the key in your hand, and I wholeheartedly suggest that you could use it. You will not regret it. Madam Toastmaster.